Talking English with Other.
Hi, Mike. You look a bit down today. Is everything okay? I noticed you've been staring at your phone with a very serious face for the last 10 minutes.
Oh, hey, Anna. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed, to be honest. I posted a new video yesterday, the one where I talk about my morning routine in English.
Oh, I saw that. I thought you did a great job. Your pronunciation was very clear. Why do you look so worried then?
Well, I made the mistake of scrolling through the comments this morning. Most people were nice, but then I found this one comment. It was really mean. They said my English sounds fake and that I should stop trying so hard because I'll never sound like a native speaker.
Oh, Mike, I'm so sorry you had to read that. It's hard not to take those things personally, isn't it?
It really is. It's like I worked so hard on that video, and in just 5 seconds, one person I don't even know managed to make me feel like a failure. It makes me want to just delete the channel and stop posting altogether. I keep overthinking every word I say now, wondering what people would think.
That's exactly what I call the social media trap. We let the opinions of a few strangers behind a screen define our self-worth. But remember, Mike, social media is a distorted reality. People often say things online that they would never have the courage to say to your face.
I know that intellectually, but my heart doesn't seem to get the message. It feels like I'm walking on eggshells every time I hit the upload button.
I understand, but think about this. For every one person who leaves a mean comment, there are probably 100 people who watched your video and felt inspired to start their own journey. Are you going to let one loud negative voice silence all those quiet positive ones?
You're right. I shouldn't give that one person so much power over my happiness.
Exactly. Your journey is about progress, not seeking approval from people who aren't even on the same path as you. Don't let a trap stop you from reaching your goals.
Thanks, Anna. I really needed to hear that. I think I'm ready to put the phone down and focus on what actually matters.
That's the spirit. And for those of you watching at home, if you've ever felt held back by the fear of judgment, remember that your voice matters more than someone else's opinion. If this conversation helped you feel a little more confident today, why not join our community? Hit that subscribe button and share your story in the comments below. We're all learning together, and your journey might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. Mike, I can still see you're checking your reflection in the camera lens and adjusting your shirt every 2 minutes. Are you still worried about how you appear to others?
Is it that obvious? Yeah, I just feel like everyone is watching my every move. I feel like if I mispronounce a single word or if my grammar isn't perfect, everyone watching this video is going to point it out immediately. It feels like there's a giant spotlight on me.
That's actually a perfect way to describe it, Mike. In psychology, we call that the spotlight effect.
The spotlight effect? That sounds like something famous people deal with. I'm just a guy trying to learn English.
Actually, it affects everyone. It's the tendency to overestimate how much other people notice about us, our appearance, our mistakes, or even our speech. We tend to believe there's a bright spotlight on us at all times, highlighting all our flaws for the world to see.
That is exactly how I feel. I feel like if I say he go instead of he goes, the whole world is going to stop and stare at me.
But here's the secret, Mike. The spotlight is mostly in your head. Think about it. When you walk down the street, are you looking at everyone else's shoes to see if they're dirty, or are you thinking about your own day?
Honestly, I'm usually thinking about what I'm going to eat for lunch or worrying about my own work.
Exactly. Most people are the protagonists of their own stories. They are so busy worrying about their own spotlights that they barely have time to notice yours. They aren't looking for your mistakes. They are too busy worrying about their own.
So you're saying that while I'm panicking about my English accent, the person listening is probably just thinking about what they want to say next.
Precisely. People generally care much less about your mistakes than you think they do. In fact, most people are quite kind and are just trying to understand the message you're sharing.
That's actually a huge relief. It's like a weight being lifted off my shoulders. I've been so focused on myself that I forgot everyone else is just as human and insecure as I am.
Exactly. When you realize that no one is actually scrutinizing you under a microscope, you gain the freedom to be yourself. You can speak more naturally, take risks, and actually enjoy the process of learning.
You're right. I need to turn off that imaginary spotlight and just focus on the conversation. If I make a mistake, I'll just keep going. It's not the end of the world.
That's a powerful realization, Mike. Remember, you're not the center of everyone else's judgment. You're just a person sharing a journey, and that's a beautiful thing to be.
Anna, I've been thinking about what you said earlier. If the spotlight is mostly in my head, then why do I still feel this intense need for people to tell me I'm doing a good job? Why does one like make me happy, but one dislike ruins my entire afternoon?
That's a very honest question, Mike. What you're describing is the cycle of seeking external validation. It's that hunger for others to confirm our value because we aren't quite sure of it ourselves yet.
Exactly. It's like I'm waiting for a permission slip from the world to feel confident. If they say my English is good, then I believe it. If they don't say anything, I feel like I'm failing. Is it wrong to want people to like what I do?
It's not wrong, it's human. We are social creatures, and we evolved to care about our status in the tribe. But here's the danger. When you build your house on the foundation of other people's opinions, you're building on sand. The tide comes in, the opinions change, and your house collapses.
That's a scary thought. I've noticed that even when I get 100 compliments, I'm still hunting for that one person who didn't like it. It's like I'm addicted to proving that doubters wrong.
And that's a race you can never win, Mike. You have to realize that you cannot control how people perceive you. You could be the sweetest peach in the world, but there will still be someone who simply doesn't like peaches. Does that mean the peach is bad?
No, I guess it just means they prefer apples.
Precisely. Seeking validation is like chasing a shadow. The more you run toward it, the further it moves away. The only validation that truly lasts is internal validation. It's when you can look in the mirror and say, I am proud of the effort I put in today, regardless of the results.
But how do I switch from external to internal? It feels so much easier to just wait for someone else to compliment me.
It starts with changing your metrics for success. Instead of asking, did they like my video? Ask yourself, did I express myself clearly? Did I learn a new phrase? Was I brave enough to speak? If the answer's yes, then you've already won. You don't need a comment section to tell you that.
So I need to become my own biggest fan instead of my own harshest critic.
Exactly. When you stop looking for validation, you actually become more attractive to others because they see your authenticity. People are drawn to those who are comfortable in their own skin, not those who are begging for approval.
I'm starting to see that now. My value doesn't go down because of someone's inability to see my worth. I need to stop handing the remote control of my emotions to total strangers.
I love that metaphor, Mike. Keep the remote control in your own hand. You decide how you feel about your progress.
Thanks, Anna. I think I'm ready to stop asking, am I good enough? And start saying, I am getting better every day. You know, Anna, everything we've talked about, the social media trap, the spotlight effect, validation, it all leads back to one big problem for me. I feel like if I'm going to speak English on this channel, it has to be perfect, 100% perfect. No mistakes, no stumbles, no weird pauses.
I hear that so often from English learners, Mike. But let me ask you, what does perfect actually look like to you?
It means sounding like a news anchor. It means never mixing up in, on, or at. It means having a vocabulary so vast that I never have to say or while I'm thinking. If I'm not at that level, I feel like I'm just pretending to be a speaker.
That is a very heavy burden to carry, but here's the hard truth. Perfection is a moving target. Even native speakers make mistakes. We stutter, we use the wrong words, and we definitely have our moments. If you wait until you are perfect to start living your life or speaking your mind, you will be waiting forever.
But don't people lose respect for you if you make mistakes? I feel like if I miss an S at the end of a verb, people will think I'm not smart.
Actually, it's the opposite. When you allow yourself to be imperfect, you become relatable. You become human. People don't connect with perfect robots. They connect with people who are brave enough to show their growth. Growth and perfection cannot live in the same house. To grow, you must be willing to be messy.
So you're saying that my mistakes are actually a necessary part of the process?
Exactly. Think of it like going to the gym. You don't walk into a gym and expect to lift the heaviest weight on the first day with perfect form, right? You struggle, you sweat, and you fail a few times. That struggle is exactly what makes your muscles grow. In language learning, mistakes are the reps that build your fluency.
That's a great way to look at it. I've been so afraid of looking weak by making mistakes that I've been avoiding the very things that will make me stronger in English.
Precisely. Every time you catch yourself making a mistake and you correct it, or even if you just keep going despite the mistake, you are winning. Perfectionism is just fear in a fancy suit. It's a way of protecting ourselves from judgment, but it also locks us in a cage where we never improve.
I've definitely been in that cage. I spend hours editing 1 minute of video because I don't like how I pronounce the word world.
Smiles. And in those hours you spent editing, you could have recorded 3 more videos and actually practiced speaking. Choose growth over perfection, Mike, every single time. A good video that is finished and uploaded is 1,000 times better than a perfect video that stays on your hard drive forever.
Wow. Perfectionism is just fear in a fancy suit. I'm going to remember that. I need to start celebrating the fact that I'm 1% better today than I was yesterday, instead of being upset that I'm not 100% perfect yet.
That's the mindset of a true champion, Mike. Progress is a quiet, messy, daily habit. It's not a sudden explosion of perfection. Be proud of your mess. It's the evidence of your progress.
Thanks, Anna. I think I'm ready to stop trying to be perfect and just start being real.
So, Mike, we've talked about letting go of perfection, but I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, does this mean I should just ignore everyone and everything?
Honestly, yeah, that's where I'm confused. If I stop caring about what people say entirely, won't I stop improving? I mean, some feedback is actually helpful, right? I don't want to become arrogant and think I'm always right.
That is a very insightful point. There is a huge difference between being indifferent to everyone and being selective about whose opinion you let into your heart. Think of your mind like a high-end club. You need a bouncer at the door.
A bouncer? I like that. So, who does the bouncer let in?
The bouncer only lets in people who have skin in the game. These are people who are also in the arena, people who are trying, failing, and learning just like you. For example, if a teacher or a fellow creator gives you advice, that's valuable. They want you to succeed.
Right, like when you tell me my grammar is a bit off. I don't get offended. I actually feel grateful because I know you're trying to help me reach my goal.
Exactly. That's because you trust my intentions. Now compare that to a random person on the internet who uses a fake profile picture and just leaves a comment saying, "Your English sucks." Does that person have skin in the game? Are they trying to help you?
Probably not. They're probably just having a bad day and want to take it out on someone else.
Precisely. Their opinion is just noise. It's empty. If you wouldn't go to that person for advice on your life or your finances, why would you let their insult ruin your day? We often give the most power to the people who matter the least.
That's so true. I've spent hours crying over a comment from user 1234, but I barely spent 5 minutes thanking the people who actually support me. It's like I'm prioritizing the haters over the supporters.
We all do it, Mike. It's a survival instinct to look for threats. But to be happy and successful, you have to consciously choose your inner circle. Only a few people's opinions should truly matter to you. For everything else, you need to develop a healthy filter.
So, how do I build that filter?
Every time you hear a criticism, ask yourself 3 questions. 1, Who is saying this? 2. Do they have the expertise or the right intentions? And 3. Is there something practical I can learn from this? If the answer is no to the first two, then just throw the comment in the trash can.
Throw it in the trash can. I love that. It's not about being deaf to the world, it's about being deaf to the nonsense.
Exactly. Keep your circle small and your standards high. Listen to the people who are brave enough to be in the arena with you and ignore the people who are just shouting from the cheap seats.
Thanks, Anna. I'm starting to feel like the bouncer of my own mind now. Only the helpful guests are allowed inside from now on.
Mike, we've talked a lot about filters and bouncers for your mind, but there is one thing that acts like an anchor in a storm. It's the reason why you do all of this. Tell me, why did you start Speak English with Anna in the first place?
Honestly, at first I just thought it would be cool to have a YouTube channel. I wanted to show people that I could speak English.
That's a start, but is looking cool enough to keep you going when someone leaves a mean comment or when you're exhausted after a long day of work?
Definitely not. When things get tough, looking cool feels very unimportant.
Exactly. That's why you need a deeper why. Your why is your purpose. It's the mission that is bigger than your fear of judgment. When your purpose is clear, the opinions of others become like raindrops hitting a window. They might make some noise, but they can't get inside.
I think my real why is deeper than just me. I remember how I felt 3 years ago. I was terrified to order coffee in English. I felt invisible and stupid. I want to help people who feel that same way. I want to show them that it's okay to be imperfect and that they can find their voice too.
Now that is a powerful why. You aren't just making videos for yourself, you are making them for the person who is currently sitting in their room, afraid to speak, just like you were.
You're right. When I think about that person, the one I used to be, suddenly the haters don't seem so scary. If one of my messy videos helps one person gain the courage to speak, then it doesn't matter if 10 other people think my accent is weird.
That is the shift you need. When you focus on serving others instead of protecting yourself, your ego gets out of the way. You stop asking, "How do I look?" and start asking, "How can I help?"
It's like a superpower. If I'm doing this to help people, then any criticism of my style or perfection is irrelevant as long as the help is being delivered.
Precisely. Your why is your shield. When someone attacks you, you can say to yourself, "I'm not doing this for your approval. I'm doing this for the student who needs to hear this lesson." It gives you a sense of duty that is much stronger than your insecurity.
I need to write that down. Focus on service, not self-protection.
Exactly. Every time you feel hesitant to post or speak, remember the people you are helping. They need your message more than you need to feel comfortable. Your mission is more important than your embarrassment.
Thanks, Anna. I feel like I've found my anchor. My why is much louder than the what they're saying about me.
Mike, we've covered the mindset and the philosophy of not caring, but I know that when the camera starts rolling or when you're standing in front of a crowd, your heart still races. We need some emergency tools for those moments.
Yes, please. I love the theory, but what do I do when my hands start shaking and I forget every English word I've ever learned because I'm nervous about being judged?
First, let's talk about exposure therapy. It sounds fancy, but it's simple. You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. I want you to try making a mistake on purpose.
On purpose? That sounds like my worst nightmare, Anna. Why would I do that?
Because your brain needs to see that the world doesn't end when you mess up. Go to a coffee shop and ask for a hot iced coffee, or use a slightly wrong tense in a sentence. When the person just smiles and gives you your drink, your brain realizes, "Oh, I'm still alive. Nobody laughed. Nobody pointed at me."
So I'm basically training my confidence muscle by failing in small, safe ways?
Exactly. It's like desensitizing yourself to the fear of judgment. The second tip is something I call the 5-second rule for confidence. When you feel that hesitation to speak up because you're worried about your accent, count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just speak.
Don't give the brain time to create a horror movie about what might happen.
Precisely. If you wait longer than 5 seconds, your brain will talk you out of it. It will tell you all the reasons why you should stay quiet. You have to move before the fear takes over.
I like that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, speak. Okay, I can do that. What else?
Practice positive reframing. Instead of saying, "I'm nervous," say, "I'm excited." Physically, nervousness and excitement feel almost the same. Your heart beats fast, your palms sweat. If you tell yourself you're excited to share your message, your brain starts looking for opportunities instead of threats.
I'm not nervous. I'm just excited to practice. That feels much more empowering. It changes the energy from defensive to offensive.
And finally, Mike, keep a wins folder. Every time someone says something kind, or every time you successfully finish a conversation in English, write it down or take a screenshot. When you have a bad day and a mean comment gets through your bouncer, open that folder. Remind yourself of the evidence that you are capable.
A wins folder. I love that. It's like a library of my own progress. It's hard to listen to one hater when I have 100 pieces of evidence saying that I'm doing great.
Exactly. Confidence isn't the absence of fear, it's the belief that you can handle the fear. Use these tools, Mike. Don't just listen to them, actually use them tomorrow.
I will, Anna. I'm going to start with the 5-second rule today. No more overthinking, just action. Anna, I have to say, this conversation has completely changed my perspective. I came in here today feeling defeated by a single comment, but now I feel like I have a whole new set of armor.
I'm so glad to hear that, Mike. But remember, armor isn't something you just wear. It's something you build through experience. Everything we talked about, from the spotlight effect to finding your why, is only powerful if you carry it with you every single day.
It's funny, isn't it? We spend so much time trying to be perfect for people we don't even know, and in the process, we forget to be kind to ourselves. I'm done with that. From now on, I'm celebrating the stumbles just as much as the successes.
That is the most important takeaway. Your English journey is yours and yours alone. It doesn't belong to the critics, it doesn't belong to the trolls, and it doesn't even belong to the perfect versions of yourself you see in your head. It belongs to the Mike who is sitting here right now, showing up and doing the work.
I realize now that the goal isn't to reach a point where no one says anything bad about me. The goal is to reach a point where what they say doesn't change who I am or what I believe about myself.
Exactly. True freedom is being able to speak your truth even if your voice shakes. It's being able to post a video knowing it's not perfect, but knowing it's honest. You have so much value to offer the world, Mike. Don't let the fear of a few ghosts in the comment section keep your light from shining.
Thank you, Anna. Truly. I'm ready to record now. And this time, I'm not doing it for the likes. I'm doing it for the journey.
And to everyone watching at home, you are much braver than you think. Learning a new language, sharing your thoughts, and putting yourself out there is an act of courage. Don't let anyone make you feel small for trying to grow. You have a seat at this table, and your voice is worth hearing.
If you've ever felt like you weren't enough to start, let this be your sign. Start today. Start messy. Just start.
We are so proud of you for being part of this community. If this lesson resonated with you, let us know by leaving a comment, not for validation, but for connection. Let's encourage each other to keep going.
See you in the next lesson, everyone.
Keep speaking, keep growing, and most importantly, keep being you. Bye for now.